Russell Westbrook, the 32-year-old, his 13th season now in the NBA, and again acquired from the Houston Rockets for John Wall, and the first basket of the season for either team.
Instead of going baseline, he pops up to the elbow, able to operate there with the nice little knockdown.
Good to see Ben Simmons trying one from the elbow as Bonga running the floor. You can count it, and he'll go to the line looking for one more. Unable to start because of conjunctivitis in both eyes. Sixers trying to break an 0 for 3. Simmons ahead of the pack, running the floor, and Ben Simmons getting the Sixers' first bucket of the season.
Speaking of room, Joel given plenty of room too.
Beal thinking about a double. He's wandering around without a man. Tobias Harris getting a touch, and he delivers.
When he's got the ball in his rocket, he's moving.
Westbrook always on the move. Nice defense by Simmons. There's Bonga teeing up a 3, and he's not a bad three-point shooter. Last year at 35%. Isaac Bonga, second-year player from Germany. Simmons with a height advantage on Westbrook and able to take advantage for his second bucket. Harris off the Beal miss. The Sixers, of course, want to run. Running more pick and rolls this year than ever before. Certainly more pick and rolls than they did under in a trade with Dallas for Josh Richardson.
Nice to see the shooter put the ball on the floor. A little two-man game with him and JoJo. Sixers making 4 of their last shots, Mark.
Westbrook at 32, a couple of years older than the player he was traded for in John Wall. There is Harris just making mincemeat there of the smaller Bradley Beal.
Diminutive defenders giving up a lot of size, whether it's Westbrook or he. No chance of stopping the bigger offensive players.
It's a nice look by Beal. Good look for Thomas Bryant. Unable to finish. 1 point Wizards lead. 4 minutes in. The lob to Embiid.
Finally misses from the outside. Harris working it with Embiid. Got it done. Tobias Harris averaging just under 20 points a year ago.
He's able to finish in traffic now. What a complete player.
Beal back to Avdia. His 3 is good. Danny Avdia, the rookie out of Israel.
They have hit their last 7 from the floor after missing their first 3. So much for that.
You wonder who Bonga's covering their no man's land. There he is. They are running again.
Sixers another turnover. Bryant running the floor and he slams for 2. Compliments of Westbrook. Neither coach has gone to his bench just yet. Westbrook again, and he's hitting that outside shot here early.
The great luxury Shake has is he gets to play with the starting 5. Makes life a lot easier when you're out there with Joel and Ben and Tobias.
Embiid a second bucket. He's holding the ball, how the Washington defense just tilts toward him.
That bucket finishes a 9-0 run, but you're absolutely right, Mark. The amount of room to operate, it's got to be welcomed.
Simmons last year 62% from the floor, and that was a career high. Beal another bucket. By the way, we should mention the former 2-time Sixer Ish Smith wearing number 14 on the floor for the first time as Embiid sinks his 3rd. Give him 6. Milton. Embiid ripping it down and putting it back. Joel Embiid turning garbage into gold. Furkan Korkmaz, his 2021 debut, and making his Sixer debut. Dwight Howard in there for Joel Embiid.
How about the defense from Beal getting a hand in on that interchange between Howard and Furkan?
Now Westbrook will look to carry some of the load with Beal out as Dwight Howard slamming for his first bucket as a Sixer, the 17-year veteran, Dwight Howard.
Ben calling for it quickly, wants that outlet, wants to get out and go.
And Shake Milton buries the 3. First of the night for the Sixers.
Bertans having a hard time getting over clearing his visa from Europe, hence the behind the schedule.
And Tyrese Maxey with his first NBA bucket.
He can, and he's got that teardrop as well to avoid bigger defenders. Nice block.
Indeed by Howard, who has snuffed a couple here. Westbrook was looking for a goaltend. It's a Korkmaz 3, and down it goes for Furkan Korkmaz. Would be keeping the fans entertained if they were here.
Keeping us entertained.
No doubt.
Appreciate them.
Second quarter of the season opener now underway, and Ish Smith, for a long time never known as anything close to a three-point shooter, buried that one from beyond. Last year, a career-high 37% as Milton tees it up and buries his second three of this first half.
Feeling comfortable on that left side of the floor.
On the floor for the first time, playing with Ish Smith and Russell Westbrook. So a small lineup for Scott Brooks.
When you do anything, and the last person to have done it is Oscar Robertson, you're going to the Hall of Fame.
And he did it 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Maxey probing and scoring. There's a guy that likes to play in traffic. Milton dipping in and stroking two. Shake Milton, his third bucket. Back door's open. Maxey able to sneak it past Lopez. Maxey 3 for 3 for 6 in his NBA debut, and that is Lopez. Again, a modest score, averaged just over 5 last year, playing with his brother Brook. Those two, Beal and Westbrook, with 15 of the Wizards' 35. Good spot by Maxey. It's a Scott three, and down it goes. Tyrese Maxey's playing this game like he's been here for 5 years.
Head on a swivel. Earlier it was a cross-court pass to Furkan, that time to Shake. Bryant with the response.
I think what Embiid is going to claim here is that he was in the act of shooting, but apparently the contact made by Bryant on the floor. And for Bryant, the big man for the Wizards, his second. Skipping to the rim and scoring, Shake Milton. Milton thinking about a three, playing catch with Curry. That's for a three, and down it goes. I'll be saying that a lot this year on behalf of Seth Curry, again acquired in a trade with the Dallas Mavericks.
Nice patience from the 76ers. Curry, calm, cool on that finish.
Simmons to the floor, recouping it for the Sixers, who come up with a turnover.
Active hands at 6'10". What a danger.
And Embiid at 7 feet buries the three to give the Sixers their largest lead at 13. Well, he knew it wasn't going in. You could hear.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, ay, ay, ay is right. Good job by the Wizards. Sixers, their 6th turnover to 5 for the Wizards as Beal cans the three, his first of the game.
Tough.
Simmons tried to force feed it to Embiid.
Tough one when you leave the ground in traffic. I don't know if Joel was expecting it.
Bertans, the good shooter, buries the three. Davis Bertans.
First showed up on our radar when he was in San Antonio. Played great against the 76ers in San Antonio. Kind of raised all of our eyebrows then.
And then they let him go.
Yeah.
Danny Green, his first field goal as a Sixer, the first shot he's taken in this game. Bertans starting to feel it. Fortunately for the Sixers, he'll be limited again because of conditioning issues to just 20 minutes. Well, a pair of threes by Bertans, and suddenly the Wizards back in it.
Again.
Took that one from Paoli. And
no
it's been
hesitation, though.
That run, just about all Bertans. He has scored 3 straight threes to lock it up at 53. Really all NBA teams, particularly the Wizards. Beal just wrestled that away from Embiid. Green is on an island here, and slamming for 2 is Wagner, and a nice little push. Not many free throws in the half. The Sixers 4 of 8, the Wizards 3 of 6. 14 of the game for Embiid to lead all scorers as Westbrook snuck it past both Simmons and Embiid. That can't be easy. Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal in the backcourt. Thomas Bryant, who starts the half with 3 personal fouls in the middle. That is Beal. You can count it. And a foul. Danny Green was trying to make mischief from behind Beal.
Just unable to knock down the bunny.
Been a 58% shooter a year ago, 2 for 7.
Too easy.
Yep, and Beal slamming for 2, and Doc Rivers has seen enough.
You can hear them talking. The benefit of not having fans in the stands is you can hear the Wizards talking to each other.
Avdia hits the 3. So in his NBA debut, a pair of threes for the rookie from Israel, Denny Avdia.
That's what, 12 trips down the floor where you're over.
Sixers have also missed their last 7 3-point attempts as Beal.
Defensive juggernaut, they are not.
And gliding in and scoring again is Westbrook. Simmons an opportunity against Bonga, and he has his way. Thank goodness for Ben Simmons. Just 5 seconds short of the halfway mark of the third.
We've seen him utilize that baseline drop step for the second time tonight, able to take Bonga too.
Simmons looking for the foul on Westbrook. It goes uncalled. Russell Westbrook now with 13, 8 boards, 12 assists. Simmons at the other end getting it back.
Got to be an amazing realization to be playing at the highest level. Howard for 2.
Milton, a bump and run with Lopez. You can count it, and a foul. Sixers down 9 under 3 to play in the third. Korkmaz buries the 3. Wow. Scott Brooks wants at least Westbrook or Beal on the floor at any one time. It's Bertans with a healthy 3, and he's good at that.
That's a lot of change. They are beautiful, though.
Well, Troy Brown Jr. and Embiid, who's had a quiet second half to say the least. Korkmaz, that was a difficult one. He buried the 3. He had to turn to his left, Olive, before he could square up. Westbrook stepping in and stroking to Russell Westbrook. Again, Embiid, and they go straight up coverage with a 7-footer Lopez. Now the double by Neto, and Joel gets 2 anyway.
Good hustle that time. Just anticipating the loose ball, getting to it first. Wow.
Westbrook banks it home. Embiid, the focus for the Sixers on the offensive end almost exclusively, and he buried it. So as if on cue, Embiid as the go-to guy, holding the load for the Sixers. Last year gave up more points per game. The Wizards yielded more than 119. Nice look, Milton, for the plunging Korkmaz. Those two are on the same frequency tonight.
Embiid measuring up against Bryant. Embiid is on fire. Has tied the game at 88. He's got 24.
Embiid with 10 of his 24 so far in the quarter. It's Beal for a 3, and down it goes. Embiid living on the left block. Beal thinking about a double, surrounded by Wizards. Joel Embiid just blowing through everybody at that point. Give him 26 and counting.
Draw up right now.
Curry, yes! And the Sixers lead for the first time in the second half.
Put the ball on the floor, able to turn that corner, loses defender, and a little one-legged teardrop.
Westbrook, he was fouled as well. He'll get 1 more at the line. Meantime, Tobias Harris an opportunity after 2 missed free throws, and he missed. So after all that, the Sixers come up empty. They're down 1. It's Beal for 3, and he dropped it.
It's remarkable. You cannot go that many years, decades, without anybody doing it and then come back and do it 2-3 years in a row. Come on.
That was beautifully done with the shot clock running down. Simmons the rebound. Milton in traffic, got it done. Shake Milton with 17 off the bench, locks it up at 99 under 3 minutes to go.
You've got to be on his hip as he's getting through screens, and then when he squares up, arms got to get up. You got to contest.
Simmons swooping in and scoring. Ben Simmons with 14. Beal trying to loosen the grip of Milton all the way in. Nicely done by Tobias Harris to guard the goal, but that freed up Bryant to put it back. Embiid, all eyes on him. 4 to shoot. Curry thinking about it against Bryant. Yes! Wow, off a 1-foot, Seth Curry in his Sixer debut puts them in front with $1:40 to play.
Defender was so much bigger than him, had to get it over his arms.
Embiid on patrol. Bryant, you can count it, and a chance to put his team up at the line. Embiid has Bryant if he wants him.
All that room.
Here he goes all the way to the cup. Joel Embiid, just too much man for Bryant. Give him 29. Sixers go up a bucket, a little more than a minute to play. His first moments. He is in there for defense. Here's Beal. Got it. Again, a bucket here would be large. Curry.
Good look.
Oh, wide open was Simmons, and he slammed for two. Compliments of Seth Curry. That puts the Sixers up 4.